This is our final piece, the presentation of our website, Positive Relief. Our homepage is the intro. Here we have a statement about our product. Positive Relief is a way to reclaim your life from chronic pain by accessing your body's own pain blockers. It uses electrodes to stimulate muscles and nerves to safely help your body provide pain blockers to alleviate pain, reduce your pain medication, and start enjoying life. And this really encompasses our goal for this project. As you can see on the slide here, we have a couple snippets of a quote and the technology used for this product. Our next page is going to be the concept page. Here we show the fruition of our research. So the whole concept behind our project is about chronic pain and helping to alleviate that pain. It affects millions of people, and we have some research about such pain. So when we were brainstorming our project, we came up with some initial features of the wearable and the app itself. So here's a kind of a breakdown of what those would be. I would use EMS and TENS technology. It would be a Bluetooth based product, and it'd have an app to partner with it. Next, we have the process page. Here we detail what that process was like throughout the prototyping phases, as well as our final project. So this outlines the key points of every step of our prototyping. So we first began with the lo-fi prototype. In this, it was based on sketches and preliminary ideas and the research that we put together. We put together a mood board to serve as a jumping off point for inspirations about the app and the wearable itself. In addition to that, we did some sketches of the main functional screens, like the therapy screen, the device pairing, and the initial dashboard screen. So these are the key components of our app that we chose to focus on first. We then developed a persona. Here would be a key user that we would focus on and develop the app and wearable for this specific key user. One of the key points we focused on for the average user is that they would be comfortable with using a smartphone, downloading apps, and using a Bluetooth-enabled device. We created a digital narrative through this use of a scenario in which we talk about the key user, the persona, and how he would use this device. The narrative prototype showcases our happy path, the important aspects of the app, and the best way the user can use it. And here we have our slideshow that is linked in. That takes us to our mid-5 prototype. This prototype is the one that we use for user testing. We implemented a menu with settings, with our main screens from the sketches, and they became digital. And this leads us directly into the user testing. So for user testing, there's an overview of our objectives. Our specific goals were to ensure that navigation was understandable and easy, and if there were roadblocks, what specifically caused them. We conducted a controlled experiment in which we had a usability test with a framework and specific goals. Some key things that we learned were about navigation, like we focused on. So different things should be found in different areas, or settings should be found in the same drop-down menu as navigation links, things like this, to enable easier use from the average user. So we looked at potential opportunities for enhancements after the user test. we saw that settings and hamburger menu in the top of the screen could be improved. We needed to redo some of the icons and really flesh out the drop downs of that dashboard. And that takes us to our hi-fi prototype. So our hi-fi prototype is the culmination of all of our other designs from our lo-fi, mid-fi, and the usability tests that we conducted. So the hi-fi prototype is very detailed, it has functionality, and it really is strong because it took user feedback directly and implemented those improvements. The first thing we did was change the menu and settings to a more user-friendly one. We changed the therapy screen to adapt to user feedback. And we implemented the tracking reporting to be easier to read. In the future, maybe implementations that would be beneficial, better icons. It's very difficult to find the perfect icon to enable users to find everything quickly and easily, and that's something that we could improve upon. Ensure screen transitions and interactions make more sense, and allow more interactivity with data visualization. Finally, we have a link to our style guide, and this was just to ensure uniformity in style and formatting of this product. Next, I will walk through the hi-fi prototype that we have for you. So here's our hi-fi prototype. And the first thing, once you enter the app, you'll be able to see a tutorial of the different screens that we have. And throughout this whole tutorial, you can skip at any time. Here you can create an account with your name, email, and password. You can also skip to set up later, if you so wish. And here's the therapy session page. This is kind of the home page of the app. So here you can decide session length. There's a drop-down menu for that. You can also determine intensity level and stimulation pattern. And you can select those as well. There's a start-stop button, and the timer keeps track of that therapy. And from there, you can access that menu. So from the menu on the left-hand side, you can click to get back to the therapy page, tracking page, reporting, activity, etc. Here you can navigate to all the other pages that you can access. The settings from here, you can turn on tracking, you can set up reminders, create an account if you skipped it earlier, and pair a device. So from this menu, we're going to head over to the tracking page, and you can see this just gives a breakdown of sessions per day and times over each specific date. At the bottom, you see the icons signifying different pages that we can access. So instead of going through this menu, maybe I want to go through the icon in order to get to reporting. Here you can select a time frame from 30 days ago until present, or 60 days ago until present, and send that information to a physician. You can also access the activity page, and this gives a breakdown of walking time, steps, and illustrates that through this graph here. And you can also access any of these pages from the actual menu on that top left-hand side.